My name is Ann Clements, and welcome to Webinar Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about our education grants that are available to K through 12 teachers, media specialists, and librarians across our state. And also our educational materials that are on our website that are accessible for you to use, help teach the humanities to students or groups that you may have activities for. The name of the webinar Wednesday is Teaching the Humanities 2024 Resources from the Arkansas Humanities Council. My name is Ann Clements. I am the Education Director for the Arkansas Humanities Council. And you might be wondering, who is the Humanities Council? Well, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization. We are not a state agency. We're not a federal agency, but we are affiliated with the National Endowment for the Humanities, which is a federal agency. We are governed by a 24-member board, and our goal and overriding purpose is to empower Arkansans to connect with the humanities by encouraging the discovery and understanding of our diverse and mutual experiences. And if you are a teacher or you do education for groups that deal with humanities subjects, then you are encouraging that discovery, and we thank you for doing that and your participation. What do we do at the Humanities Council? We give away lots of grants. Grants are one of the major things that we do at the Humanities Council. It is an application process. They are evaluated and voted on by our board of directors. So we offer grants for humanities related institutions, teacher professional development, classroom projects, and classroom field trips, along with developing new programming, curriculum resources, and professional development seminars and workshops, again, for K through 12 educators. All of our education programs, classroom resources, and grant applications can be found in one place on our website, and that is our teacher page. And it looks like this right now. We are in the process of upgrading this, but everything that I'm going to talk about today, you can just go straight to the teachers page on our website, and you can find a link to what you're looking for. Our teachers page also includes free resources for teachers, students, and parents in the subjects of history, social studies, literature, language arts, culture, and heritage. Let's talk about the money. Everybody wants to know about the grants and free money. So for our educators, we have three different type of grants, and then we have a specialty grant which we award as we have additional monies granted to us. So probably our most popular grants are the REACH grants. You can ask for a maximum of $3,000 on the REACH grant. They are due twice a year, March 15th and September 15th, and they're for two different things. So there's a REACH grant for humanities-based pre-K through 12 classroom projects, and then there's a REACH grant that's available for professional development. So if you want to travel to a professional development opportunity that's in Washington, D.C., or Dallas, or Seattle, or there's a conference that you'd like to attend that has professional development opportunities, we offer grants to help you offset those travel costs to that professional development. So REACH grants are very popular. If you don't have the money for classroom resources, a lot of districts are strapped these days. But we do offer grants for classroom projects, so you don't have to use your own money to buy supplies for the different projects that you want to do with your class. We also offer two different field trip grants. Our first field trip grant is the Arkansas State Parks Field Trip Grants. They're for a maximum of $1,000. They're due the first of each month except December, and those grants can be used to pay for field trip expenses for your K through 12 class to visit any of Arkansas's 52 state parks. Now, you must schedule a tour and a program with the park interpreter at the park that you've chosen before you apply for the grant. That's part of the criteria for the grant, is you have to have a program with the park interpreter there. The state park field trip grants cover cost of a bus driver, mileage, any associated bus fees, and for a sub for your class. Now, the state park field trip grants will not cover admission fees or paddle boat rides or anything along those lines. The grant is mostly for the transportation to get you to and from the park. Another field trip grant that we offer is the Helen T. Lee Museum Field Trip Grants. That has a maximum cap of $500, again, due the first of each month except December. And it is specifically for a field trip and program for grades 3 through 12 at the MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History, which is in MacArthur Park in Little Rock. Again, you must schedule the tour and program with the museum before submitting the grant application. All of these grants are reviewed by committees. Staff, including me and Jamie Middleton, our grants officer, can help you as you craft your grant. If you aren't really sure how to ask for something, or if you can ask for something, we are just a phone call or an email away, and we'll be glad to help you craft your application. But staff doesn't make the decisions on who gets the grants. These all go before a committee, and the committee is the one who evaluates and decides who receives the grants. Now, every once in a while, we have specialty grants, especially if there's a program from the NEH that they are offering the State Humanities Council's monies to distribute how they want to. When we hosted the Voices and Votes exhibit here last year, we had a special field trip grant that went along with the Voices and Votes. And then our We the People program, which was a couple of years ago, which was a lecture series, professional development lecture series for educators all about the U.S. Constitution and the Arkansas Constitution. There was a specialty grant available for that to develop lesson plans that went along with that theme. And those lesson plans are now on our website and available to you if you want to use those. So every once in a while, we have extra grants that are available as well. Our general grant requirements. These are the things that you're going to have no matter which grant that you apply for. You're going to need to have a physical agent. You as the applicant, you as the teacher or the librarian, you become the project director for the grant. The project director and the physical agent cannot be the same person. And what we define as physical agent is just who is at your school or your district or within your library structure that handles the money. The fiscal agent is responsible for getting the grant funds from us where they need to go. You are going to have a budget and a statement of need. And on the budget, we need that pretty thought out. So what's the grant going to be used for? How will the grant impact your classroom and students? Not what you hope it does, but stated goals that you want this program to have with your students. Now, on the budget, when we ask for a budget in the application, please base that budget on actual quotes that you've either looked up online or you've gotten from someone. And you can say, quote from, Amazon 20 reams of paper at $1.99 each equals blah blah under supplies. But line item that budget out. You also are going to need to have an employer identification number, which it's a 9-digit number that's assigned to your school or district. If your school receives any federal funding, EIN is what's used on the taxes. Your fiscal agent is going to know that number. And then for the REACH grants, and REACH grants only, you have to have a unique entity ID. It's a UEI. And you must have an active UEI registration in sam.gov. It's free to sign up and get into the system. And it's a 12-digit combination of letters and numbers. It replaced the DUNS number, if you're familiar with that. If your school receives any sort of federal money, you should already have a UEI, but again, easy to sign up for one if you do not. Okay, now how do you apply for these? How do you apply for this money? Everything's done through our website. Again, you can go to the teacher page and you find the links to the grants there, or you can go to our homepage and you can go to grants and you'll get this drop-down box and you'll see all of these choices that explains everything about our grant process. You're just going to want to hit grant, apply for a grant, and that's going to take you to the screens that you'll see in just a second. Under this grants tab, you can also find descriptions, application guidelines, how to accept and report for your grant funding, and how to fill out budget and financial forms. We have videos you can watch. We have step-by-step directions on the grants that are available in these sections as well. I would encourage you, before you apply for a grant, to read the guidelines for your specific grant so you know expectations of what information we're needing from you, and also what information you might need to gather before you start filling out the application form. And then once you click on that apply for a grant, you're going to get this screen. And this screen is basically where you create your Foundant account. Foundant is our online grants management system. It's how we accept applications. It's how we review your grants. It's what emails you when your grant's been accepted or not, and it's where you're going to submit your reports. So you're just going to go down here to create new account, and it's going to take you to an information screen that you're just going to fill out a few details on. Okay, and then once you fill that out, you're ready to go, and you can pick the grant. You'll see these apply buttons, accepting submissions. So if we're not accepting submissions, you're not going to be able to apply if there's a specific grant period that you have to fall into. But all of our education grants you can apply for pretty much anytime. If you don't mess with this send to grant hub, you don't need that button. If you want to preview the grant application and possibly print out the questions, run through them, do a draft copy before you start typing everything in, just hit preview. That will take you to the grant preview above the grant you want to apply for. It'll take you to the grant questions, and you can print those off and look at those ahead of time. But if you're ready to go, you hit apply, and it takes you to the fillable form that you just start filling out. All right, so that's the basic information about our grants that are available. I hope that you will take some time to look at the guidelines and look at the applications and be thinking about how you can use some of this funding in your classroom for classroom projects, for field trips, or for your own professional development. And we hope that we see applications from you soon. The next few slides, I'm going to talk about some of the Humanities Council's education initiatives that we've developed for you. These are free resources for your classroom. So we have professional development that we do, that I travel and do, and a couple of others on staff present professional development workshops for you. Those happen mostly in the summer, June through August, and so be watching for our summer schedule of workshops. It's going to be finalized very soon. The other big professional development opportunity that we have every year is our Humanities, our History Teacher Institute. This year it's going to be June 12th through 15th in Jonesboro. It is a competitive application process for the Institute. We do this every year, the first part of June. Applications are open in January through mid-February. They close mid-February. Then we evaluate all of the applications, choose the participants, and you are notified no later than April 1st if you've been accepted into the Institute. This year's Institute is going to be lots of fun. I think I talk about that a little bit later, but I would encourage you to mark your calendars for next year. This is a free, completely free professional development opportunities. It's hands-on activities. It's immersive. You really focus on a section of the state, a geographic region of the state, and learn all about the history of that region. So last year was Southwest Arkansas. This year is Northeast Arkansas. And the teachers who attend this year are going to earn over 30 professional development credits for attending the Institute. So it's a residential 4-day institute that is free to you to attend. Hughes Kids Club. This is our pre-K through second grade humanities program. It's introducing humanities to little learners, and it introduces them to humanities topics through fun activities, through some cards, and it's, for little kids, it's all about the reward and what they get. And so we've developed this program, and it's a lot of fun. And then I've already mentioned our dedicated teachers page where you have easy access to all of these materials. So we've talked a little bit about the Institute. You see, Historic Washington was last year. This year is the ASU Humanities Center in Northeast Arkansas. We're going to be taking field trips every day this summer. As part of the Institute, we're visiting the DICE settlement, Johnny Cash Boyhood Home, Southern Tenant Farmers Union in Tyronza, the Hemingway Pfeiffer House, the African American History and Culture Center in downtown Jonesboro, and Parkin Archaeological State Park. So there's lots of field trips, lots of immersive experiences that you as a teacher get to experience. You can take that information back to your classroom, or you can take your class on a field trip to one of the locations that we're presenting in the Institute. Also, noted scholars from the Northeast Arkansas and in the areas of agricultural history, geographic history, music history, economic history of the region. Going to be presentations by all of those folks for you to learn from as well. We're also very big on primary sources here at the Humanities Council. So one day is going to be spent on learning different primary source places for you, digital and in an archive. You're going to get the opportunity, attendees are going to get the opportunity to do their own research into topic areas. So it's going to be very hands-on, very immersive in what you learn and what you can take back to the classroom. These are some of the testimonials from last year. Our inaugural year alums were fantastic, and I really look forward to meeting all of the new teachers that are coming this year. This is Hughes Kids Club. I talked to you about the activities. So there's cards. There's 11 different cards on 11 different humanities topics. They all have 3 to 4 activities on the cards, and each of the card has a matching sticker. So you're going to see the symbol on the cards when I show you those in just a second. And so there's stickers that come with these. We have a classroom set and a home set and a library set. So these are available for homeschooler parents, for libraries to use and after school activities. It basically can be adapted and used anywhere. It can be used as a bell ringer activity, bus line activity, whatever you want to use it for. It was developed to be very, very flexible. You can order free classroom sets or free sets for your day camp or library after school program, and they correlate with the Arkansas frameworks. So there's a registration for classroom sets and there's a registration for home activities. So make sure you're clicking on the right one when you go to register. These are what the cards look like, and you'll see that there's a short descriptor of whatever the humanities topic is up here at the top. This is what the sticker's going to look like when they complete the activities. And then you can see this one has 3 activities. So you can pick one of these activities or all 3 of them. You can divide your class up into 4 different groups and have a group complete an activity. So, but this is how you earn the stickers. So once they complete the activity, they earn the stickers, and then there's posters and things that they can put the stickers on that you can keep in the classroom so that you can see your progress. The classroom set, sorry about that. The classroom set, you get a Hue poster, you get the classroom set of stickers, you get a classroom set of coloring books, you get the standards correlation guide, you also get, suggestions for activities, and there's also prizes if your class completes a certain percentage of the Hue activities that are on the cards. There are classroom prizes available for your group. So you can see this is the history card, this is the ethics card. So I would encourage you to either visit this registration link or scan this QR code, and you can sign up for the classroom packet or for the home packet of Hughes Kids Club. Also on our website, we have digital humanities resources. We also have presentations on our YouTube channel that you can check out. We have lesson plans on our website. So there's lots of resources available at your fingertips on our Humanities Council website. I would encourage you to visit the website. This list, here's the We the People lesson plans I was talking about earlier. But this list, Smithsonian Humanities Resources, State National Humanities Resource links, all of these links are in this list that is on our website. This is a 6-page single-spaced list. And all of these links go directly to either the teacher resources page or to their education resources page. They don't just go to the home page where you have to still hunt and peck and get sidetracked by rabbit trails. These are the direct links to all of these different digital humanities resources. Again, available on our website on the teacher page. We also have publications and podcasts that you can use. Podcasts are great to use in the classroom. Our publications, we have 2 newsletters. Amenity Minute is our monthly e-newsletter that has general news about all things Arkansas Humanities Council. Teachers Lounge is our quarterly during the school year teachers e-newsletter, and that will keep you up to date with all the deadlines and new programs that are becoming available, sign up sheets for professional, sign up Google Docs for professional development. So I would encourage you to, again, scan this QR code, or you can go to our website and sign up. But sign up for both of these emails. They're going to give you a lot of information that you need. I'll go back to that just for a second in case you need to look at that a little bit longer. But I would encourage you to sign up for these communication pieces so you can always stay on top of the current news from the Humanities Council. This is one of my favorite quotes from Michelle Obama about the arts and humanities. I think it's a great synopsis of what you and teachers do every day in your classroom with your students. The arts and humanities define who we are as a people. That is their power, to remind us of what we each have to offer and what we all have in common, to help us understand our history and imagine our future, to give us hope in the moments of struggle, and to bring us together when nothing else will. And I think that's a great example of how powerful the humanities are to all of us. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar Wednesday. Join me today for this webinar Wednesday. Again, my name is Ann Clements. I'm the Director of Education for the Arkansas Humanities Council. These are a few of the folks. If you apply for a grant, you're going to get to know Katie Daly's our Chief Financial Officer. She's the one that'll be working with your fiscal agent at the school to get the money back and forth and to and from. And then Jamie Middleton is our Program Officer for Grants and Public Programs. And Jamie will be the main contact for you if you have questions about the grant process, or you can always contact me and I can help walk you through that. You can scan this QR code for a copy of this presentation, or you can just share this presentation from the YouTube channel with folks you think might be interested. Thank you for joining us today.